Thanks for joining us, and on behalf of Spiritual Learning Centre, I'd like to welcome Karmina. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Karmina's very nervous, so don't be nervous, it's only just like a few people looking.
Yeah.
So we're nervous, so give us a spray of whatever. Okay, what's this?
This one spray is resistance clearance. So it helps clear resistance, the positive change, and it helps us move forward on our healing journey.
Fabulous. I've just been talking with Karmina, so I know a little bit about it now, about what she does. But I'll get you to just explain maybe beginning of your spiritual journey, sort of how you started, just briefly, and just tell us how you got here.
I started with Reiki, particularly for using with animals, because I seemed to be the person that people would bring animals to, or be the person behind people that would hit animals in cars and have to stop and pick them up. And I think Reiki gave me a way to help the animal right there and then, until I could get it to somebody else, like a vet or something like that. So you can give some solace to the animal while it's there, even if it does pass away. You can still do some healing in your own way.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's awful.
And so it helped me as well, and it helps the animal. So I started with Reiki for that reason, but then when I started doing it, I found that I really loved it, really enjoyed it, and started to mix with different people that were on their spiritual journey as well. So I really enjoyed that. Met Selena when I did my Reiki as well.
Yes.
So that was very cool. Lovely.
And flower essence is what you're going to be sharing with us.
Yes, flower essences.
I want to get the dates right. That's the 18th.
18th
So
of March.
18th of
April.
April was past March.
Yeah.
Yep. And is that a daytime or a nighttime?
It's a daytime.
It's a daytime, so that's at 9:30.
Yeah.
And just tell us like a little bit more as to how you got into the flower essence and how that works.
Yep. I've used flower essences for years, and most people will have probably used like Rescue Remedy or Emergency Essence, Australian bush flowers.
Yes.
Flowers, yeah. And when I was at college studying naturopathy, we obviously studied the flower essences as well, so I used them then again as well. And so from that journey, when you study it at college, you actually have to make your own flower essence as part of the study. And when I
didn't realise that Rescue Remedy was...
Yeah, it's a flower essence, yeah.
So do you make that sort of stuff?
The resistance clearance is like the Rescue Remedy, yeah. It would be the same equivalent of Rescue Remedy, yeah. So the bark flowers were the Rescue Remedy, and he made those back in the 40s. He's a pretty amazing man.
Wow.
Really tuned into the flowers and found that they helped on an emotional level, and that if he was feeling an emotional issue, if he went walking in nature and saw a particular flower, that they would change how he felt. And he started to, because he did a lot of homeopathy as well, so he started to tune into that and make some essences with the flowers, and then put them into the series that became the bark flowers. But flower essences have been used since we started doing our own healings for thousands and thousands of years. And it may be just as simple as going out and sitting with the flower, or traditionally they would take the flower when the dew was on it in the morning, and they would bring that back and use the dew and the water together as healing. Yeah. Or you would lie down and you would have flowers put on you to bring in the vibration of the healing of the flowers.
So it's really connecting back with nature. And you were saying to me earlier, which was lovely, that all the healing that we need is within Mother Nature.
Yeah,
it's
around
there
us.
for us.
Yeah. And the flowers just have these beautiful ways of showing us what it is they can help us with.
And the flower, like you said, is the essence of the plant.
Yeah, it's the highest aspect of the plant, which is beautiful to connect in with.
Yeah. So just tell me briefly how you make your flower essence.
So when I make a flower essence, I'd either see it in a dream, or I'd be walking past the plant and it would start to, they sometimes kind of glow, or they really stand out. For some way they get into your conscious mind really quite vividly. So then I would sit down and do a meditation with the tree, or the plant, or the bush, or whatever it was, and just ask what healing it had to bring. You know, what was there that it wants to work with, its co-create a healing remedy for. And then I would get the information as to what the flower might be useful for. So then I would take the flower. Once I've done that, I would take the flower and I put it in some water, maybe spring water or distilled water or rainwater, just depending on what that flower wants. Different waters have different properties. And so once it's been in the water for a period of time, and that may be instantly, it may be days, it may be in the moonlight, it may be in the sunlight.
So the timing and the sort of water and how you do it is what you're guided to do? Yep. Just what comes to you?
Yep, what comes to me with the plant. There may be a particular aspect, a date or a time or a moon phase that needs to be there, and that all comes about with the communication that happens with the plant. And I'll see images, or I'll get feelings, or I'll get aha moments about what can happen with the plant. And so then I put the flowers into the water and let it sit for whatever time it needs to. Then once the essence is completed and you get a feeling of knowing that it's done, then I'll take the essence and then I'll take some drops out of that water and bottle that, and that's what becomes a flower essence. And the important part is that when you're actually working with the flower, you're co-creating with nature. So this is a co-creative agreement. So what the elemental aspects of the plants do is bring their spirit into the water and make it an essence. So they infuse their spirit into the water, and that's what makes it special.
Beautiful. So can anybody do this, or
Absolutely,
is this just
yeah. Absolutely, yeah. One of the things that I like to do is run workshops on how to make your own flower essence, which is always a huge healing journey for anyone that's ever done one, because you're getting your own direct healing with the flowers and nature, and a bit of a hands-on that you can actually really help yourself in that sense. And you'll start to notice flowers around the place that will start to talk to you, and you may be called to make an essence from them.
Wonderful. So what are you actually going to share with us in the morning? So it's only a couple of hours that you're going to share with us, and from there I can see that we'll probably have a workshop as well. What are you actually going to share with us?
Well, I'm going to bring all the essence, the healing mists. I like to call them a healing mist because they're actually a blend of flower essence and essential oil, which is slightly different to a flower essence. So they've actually, because a flower essence by itself doesn't have any smell, but the essential oil does. So when we put the two together, we get different levels of healing happening. So I'm going to bring them all down and just talk through a little bit about how they work, the vibrationary medicine that happens with them, and spray them around everywhere, so that people can really feel, because they're really about feeling and changing that feeling state that we're in. So people can spray them and feel them and be drawn to which one that they might need, and then have a really good spray with them.
Okay, so when you spray the essence, what do you expect to happen?
It's different for everybody, I suppose. So yeah, as it sits down into the body's, or the energy fields of the body on the meridian lines and the chakras, if you are feeling, you expect to change an energy or an emotional state that you don't want to one that you do want. So, and how they work with a healing card that goes with them too. So they've got a nice little positive mantra that goes with each essence, so that really reinforces the healing that they can do.
Okay, so if somebody was, say, going through a divorce or a breakup, something like that, you would have a flower essence that they would be able to use just to help them get through that emotional stress.
Yep,
is that the idea?
Yeah, absolutely.
And a mantra to talk.
Just to help move them forward and move them out of where they are. Yeah, to help them release what's holding them in that state. It just helps them release, which is really cool. So we'll get to play with them and explain any questions that anyone has, because sometimes they've got something specific. We can work on how it would fit with them, and how they can use flower essences every day to change and improve their life.
So can you, as a mother or as a head of a family, can you use the flower essences, just like even that little bit of knowledge that you have on them, for your children?
Absolutely, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We've got plenty of people that do that. Yeah. Everybody's calm. And
have you had any success or any feedback from people, children with, say, ADD or things like that? Does it help them?
Yes, the resistance clearance spray works really well with things that are a bit out of control, and it really helps to just calm and bring a level where the better communication can happen. Yeah. Because some of the essences that are in there are about making good communication happen. So
it's good for the mother too.
Yeah, well, there's always two parts to it.
Yeah.
So everyone, and they can be used with animals. We use them with animals quite a lot too.
Okay.
So I do a bit of work with horses and flower essences, so that's always fun.
Wonderful. So this is really just like an introductory, so that it gives you a bit of an idea of everything.
Yeah. How you can bring them into your life.
Mother Nature and help yourself. Yeah. And then we'll look on doing a workshop as well.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah. But most of all, we'll get to play with some beautiful smelling essences and have some healing.
And Karmina's very qualified. She's a kinesiologist and a naturopath and Reiki lady and herbalist, lots of things. So see you on the 18th, and look forward to seeing and growing with all of you.
Thank you, Tracy.
My pleasure.